Firefighters typically describe theirs as the best job I've ever had. The men of the San Angelo Fire Department's B shift are no different. They strike an image of being knowledgeable, dedicated, and caring. More than that, they represent heroic figures who do more than simply ride upon fire engines and hold hoses during their 24-hour shifts. Today, we clock in with the B shift at the San Angelo Fire Department's downtown hub, Station Number 1, aka Central Fire. Shift change begins bright and early. Battalion Chief Ricky Long begins the day by answering the phone and assigning personnel across the city. This day falls near the end of spring break, so the phone rings in rapid succession with confirmations and cancellations.
All right, who's going to be in the box, big guy?
Judging the manning of 8 fire stations isn't an easy task.
Fulton and Larry Hill. All right, y'all come on down here, check the time on that deal for the accident review board.
Lieutenant Mike Anderson assigns the on-duty firefighters to the fire apparatus at Central Fire Station. The assignments fill minimum manning requirements for each responding unit, be it a fire engine, a ladder truck, or an ambulance. As 7 o'clock approaches, the men of B shift arrive and begin the shift change with A shift, placing their personal protective equipment such as bunker gear and helmets on the apparatus to which they have been assigned, double checking to ensure all of their equipment is operational and ready at a moment's notice. Firefighters adhere to a concrete checklist and a regimented routine each time they clock in.
Get your radio?
Yeah, I checked it. It's good.
The first alarm of the day sounds. Firefighters spring into action, responding to a reported fire in a residential backyard.
Traffic, 20 is seen in the backyard. Last house on Jackson, north with it. Dispatch Battalion 1 on scene. We are at the corner of Jackson and North. I can confirm that I see a small fire in the backyard, private residence behind the fence. Rescue 1, ladder 1, let's get in and do an investigation. Battalion 1 will be Jackson Command.
Sorry.
It's just a little bitty like brush fire.
Upon arriving at the scene, SAFD personnel assess the problem and how best to resolve it. In this case, the resident was burning wood and scraps in his backyard, which is prohibited by city ordinance. The firefighters mentioned that someone driving by likely saw the color of the flames reflecting off of the house and reported the blaze to emergency dispatchers.
Just a little, man. He was burning some wood in the backyard.
Command copy. Dispatch, you copy. We need an investigator at the scene.
Once the flames have been extinguished, the SAFD waits for a fire marshal, whose job involves investigating fires. Fire investigator Thomas Truitt arrives and begins discussing the fire investigation with Lieutenant Anderson. Truitt will educate such wrongdoers of the law, and in some cases, issue a citation.
Get ready for you to clear the scene. Get the rest to Central Fire Station.
It could go in a lot better and easier.
Back at the station, the firefighters resume their daily routines, continuing to check all of their equipment on the trucks. Tools, valves, buckets, and saws are all tested to ensure they're in proper working order. All equipment and apparatus are checked daily for proper operations. Depending upon the day, all vehicles are also washed and cleaned so they remain in tip-top condition.
Yeah, I guess take it off. Let me finish here and I'll... Struby thought the chain brake was stuck on, but it wasn't. I love this thing. It's so useful and easy to put on.
I know that's man, we can.
Firefighters are collectively responsible for providing their shift's meals, from the shopping to the cooking to the cleaning. At the start of the shift, money is gathered and a few of the men are sent out for supplies.
That's it. I'm not going down at all. Really? Yeah.
Many SAFD firefighters are fantastic cooks, with most capable of producing at least one specialty dish. Everyone, including the man in charge, Chief Long, helps in some form or fashion, be it cooking, setting the table, or cleaning.
Plug out again that I blew out like 4 months ago, yesterday, on that brown one.
Waiting. Over the course of a 24-hour shift, firefighters can do a lot of waiting. They wait for an alarm to sound, their signal to go help someone in need and make a difference in a life. They constantly chomp at the bit to go out and serve the citizens of San Angelo. So what do you do while you wait? Chief Long has an idea, a geography lesson. The fire department is upgrading data technology systems in the trucks, and the Bat Chief, a veteran of 38 years on the force, wants to make sure his men aren't overly reliant on the tech. He tests his men to see if they could get to an address purely through their recall of San Angelo streets. The chief tosses out an address. The first responders repeat it, then offer directions from Central Fire. Long pushes his men to look for major thoroughfares so they can be guided by traffic lights, which should get them to their desired location quicker and safer. He also urges them to use one another's knowledge, a reminder that they're never alone in their work, that they must work as a team. It helps, of course, to have Long as their leader. After almost 4 decades of riding on fire trucks, his knowledge of San Angelo streets is encyclopedic. Each time he spouts out an address, he knows without hesitation the precise route to take. Ladder 1 is the SAFD's big kahuna. Costing just under $1 million fully equipped, the truck sports a 100-foot ladder long enough to reach a height of 80 to 90 feet on some of San Angelo's tallest buildings. Ladder 1's capabilities were fully on display as an essential firefighting tool in the Lone Star moving warehouse fire in February 2013, when it poured tens of thousands of water from on a high onto the massive blaze. Operating the ladder requires precision teamwork. The person operating the turntable at the bottom of the ladder has a vantage point the men up in the rescue basket do not, so that firefighter tells the men up top where to move the ladder, though he can also override them if he thinks they might impact something they can't see. On a sunny, cloudless day, Ladder 1 offers an otherworldly view of the San Angelo landscape. Imagine being in the bucket while trying to fight a fire or save a life. Back down on terra firma, the wait continues. Firefighters seek and find various tasks to keep themselves productive. Central Fire just received a shipment of new computers, so the guys form a line and pass the tech into a storage room. If done by one person, the chore could have taken hours. Working as a team, the SAFD knocks it out in a few minutes. The B&B shift could well stand for brotherhood. These men spend more continuous time with their colleagues than they do with their families. The camaraderie is so genuine, it's palpable, evident in their good-natured ribbing and their easy conversations about everything from cars to kids. To say these men are close-knit would be a gross understatement. Time to get in a workout. During each shift, firefighters have time set aside to exercise. Whether stepping, running, lifting, or something else, staying strong and fit is a part of a firefighter's job. Stomachs start to rumble, it's time to start prepping dinner.
Why are we doing this now? There's lots of other times in the day you could be doing this.
He loves that one deal he's always playing. You notice that?
Yeah.
He got the old slide on.
Well, that's.
Yeah, because them guys built it, got that pager and over.
As the evening approaches, the flag is lowered and brought inside. From the first run to checking tools through mealtime, mental exercises and training, the morning passes relatively quickly. The afternoon is considerably slower. The evening turns out to be a quiet one. After dinner and cleaning up, the firefighters unwind. Some play guitar, others watch movies. Alarms sound. Go time. Ladder 1 is dispatched to a wreck at US Highway 87 and West 7th Street. Thus ends the day at Central Fire Station. The old adage advises to choose a job you love, and you will never work a day in your life. Or, as the men of B Shift might say, best job I've ever had.